I think I've decided to get married. That's a bold statement, right? Well, I thought so too. But stick around to find out why. So I creative directed a wedding shoot, and I would say till date, I am really inspired, with the entire marriage thing, right? There's an idea about it. Now let's do a quick Google search on what marriage actually is. So, by definition, marriage is a culturally and legally recognized union between individuals. It establishes a binding relationship that outlines rights, obligations, property rights, and tax statuses. Historically rooted in economics and family creation, modern marriages are typically built on love, mutual companionship, and emotional commitment. Now, that's the standard definition part. But I think that marriage is much more. Now, for starters, I'm a filmmaker and a storyteller. I am a creative that loves the experience of things. And this wedding project was one that really got me thinking about a lot of things. I would say I really, really loved this wedding. I've had my perspective on what marriage is, right? Most of the time it was scary. Like I was really scared. I am still scared, right? I'm going to maybe start thinking about marriage when I'm like 33, or I would say they are really in love. Like they are in love with each other.
I'll say three, two, one, and then you turn around to me, okay? 3, 2, 1. You can stand here, right? And just stand and just, make it like this. So you can do the steps and just. Just flirt with each other. Like that, you just look at me. And I want you guys to be extremely feminine. Very feminine. Soft. Very soft. And act like you're texting someone and you're giggling on the phone and you're smiling, you're super happy. So you're just gonna be here. You're gonna be like this. Laugh as loud as you want. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Now you're doing it. Exactly. That's what I want.
Now, one thing I always have at the back of my mind whenever I'm doing like work or whatever it is to experience. Now, what I really struggled with a lot while growing up, even till now in my 20s, is the idea of being with someone. It got to a certain point at the start of my 20s, I was like, wait, but your 20s are supposed to be the time where you live, you love, and you experience, and you do a whole lot of things. And I'm not doing all of those things. Like, are you sure I'm going through the right channels and things? Like, are you really sure that I'm actually really living this 20? But I feel like actually really saying you want to settle with someone, like you want to be with this person, you want to make this person your partner, if not your lifetime partner, I figure that is something big, it's something huge, it's something spiritual. It's not something that just, you just wake up in the morning and be like, you know what? We've been together for a while. I think we should get married, right? No, I don't think it works like that. I'm a creative that I get inspired by a lot of things. And you see, I've always had an idea of marriage and what it was. And to be honest, my idea was it was a waste of time and it required too much energy. And you have to sacrifice your life to build a family. And for the longest, I thought that was really selfish. Now, I am a really highly emotionally sensitive person, and whatever that I want to do or whatever it is that I'm doing, I connect to it super deeply that I can feel every ounce of emotion. and that thing. Whether it's filming or I'm creative directing a shoot or I'm doing whatever it is, I make sure that I am in the moment. And most of the times that's really overwhelming. And I just want to be alone and just want to be by myself. I figured out I'll find myself searching and figuring out what's wrong or what's right with every single thing and every single detail. And most of the times I will find myself being isolated a lot because I am afraid to get overwhelmed by absorbing every single energy and everyone's energy and overthinking about it at the same time. Hence, I get scared when I am trying to build an actual connection with someone because I'm like, this is going to be overwhelming for me and my nervous system is completely turned off. So you see, one thing that I paid keen attention to while shooting this is the fact that they really love each other. I'm telling you, the man, the groom, his name is Raymond. The entire time he was just smiling. And now it's not just about smiling, right? But you could literally genuinely feel when someone really loves someone, like you really want to be with this person. You could feel that. I actually went with my big brother Rami to shoot the wedding.
Whatever the case is.
Now Rami is super good. You should check out his Instagram. He's like one of the best drone pilots in Liberia, and we've worked together for like forever. Honestly, I really do feel scared of not fully expressing myself, not fully living, and, ending up with the wrong person. I really, 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 really do feel scared. As much as I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to settle for less. I know my worth. And I know exactly what I want out of life. I know that. But then I'd be like, will someone hold me back? Like, fine, I understand that it's most at times endurance and stuff like that, but how to what extent would I have to endure? To what extent you get? But then I realized that that's the entire point, right? Like that is the point. You would never find a perfect person. You would never find that person who is without blemish, that person who would never cheat on you, that person who would be everything you ever dreamed of or whatever it is. People are their own human beings, right? And I've learned to accept that and as like a fact, like as a thing. People are people. They love, they live, they move, they talk, they have a brain of their own. And you cannot predict what another person is going to do or what another person chose to do because they are their own person. What you could do is only communicate, right? And if you have enough love to share, you could do that instead of like being angry or thinking that you cannot find this perfect person for you, and that means that life is cruel, or that means that something is wrong with you or something like that. Now, a lot of things helps in making a marriage last longer, or a relationship to last longer, like endurance and other stuff. But I really do feel like the start or the core of getting married to someone or getting to that point of where you can say, I love this person and I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, I feel like that is really deeply spiritual. Like you have to go through a lot of things to finally decide that, all right, this is the one, like this is the person, right?
Again.
Take it. You not take it good again.
I also feel like, you know, being genuinely interested in the person that you want is something that's really good, because now it's crazy how it sounds like, oh, why would you be in a relationship with someone that you are not really interested in or you don't really want? But you see, there's a difference between you and a person being together in a relationship. And sometimes as humans, it's like we want to be on the good side, right? We always want to be on our good side. So we are going to be like, if I'm in a relationship with someone, I'm just going to do it and I'm just going to stay there. So it helps me to not be promiscuous, so I can actually really be faithful to one partner, right? And then you slowly start maybe getting tired of your partner or whatever it is, but it feels like you cannot go and you cannot leave because you've made this promise to yourself that I don't want to be promiscuous, so I have to stay in the relationship. But what I really say a lot most times is like, be genuinely interested in the person that you want. Like, if you want to be with someone, whether marriage or you guys are just dating, you should be really interested in that person. And I know sometimes as humans, we get tired of certain things or people, or sometimes we just want to be in our space, but figure out a way to love this person. Even if you get tired or whatever it is, I figured you could figure out a way to love this person. You could figure out a way to make things interesting. You could figure out a way, to push and just find new ways to spice up your relationship. I am not at an age or a place where I can think of marriage, but I really do feel like marriage it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it is a beautiful thing. And a lot of people be like, you should get married to the right person. Don't worry, God will help you to find the right person. Yeah, but I really do feel like you could find the right person when you become the right person. And becoming the right person takes a lot. I really do think that they are going to make a really beautiful home. And I'm rooting for them, actually. I'm really rooting for them. I'm so super happy about the union. Now, you see, I'm making an entire video about this. I'm really, really super happy about their union. Like, they're just the cutest couple. I got a little bit teary when I was editing the video, and I was like, this is really good. But yeah, I wish them a beautiful marriage life, bountiful harvest, beautiful things, beautiful kids, and a happy home, a really happy home. I'm genuinely wishing them a happy home. Now, what I think is that, getting married when you're like really, really young is kind of like risky, right? Really risky. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot love someone if you get married to them young, right? Because as humans, we are capable of a whole lot of things. We are capable of growing in love with each other, right? Some people grew in love. Some people found love. Some people fought their way to being loved or loving someone or whatever it is. But to get to the point of marriage, I think it really takes a lot. And once you find that person, you would know. There would be a connection. Once you find that person, there would be a connection. Like, you would feel it. It's okay to wait, work on yourself until you find your person. I really do think if you're gonna do forever and ever with someone, they should be worth it, right? If you are gonna tie the knot and stay with someone for the rest of your life, it should be worth it. And it could only be worth it if you feel complete, even without the person. So I'm learning, I am learning, and I'm open to how things are going to turn out. Like at this point, I don't care how things are going to be, as much as I am cautious of how I should actually really do things. But I just, live life for the experience. And if I do end up with someone for marriage or whatever it is, I'm gonna give it my all. Yeah, I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna try my best, because that's exactly what you could do. That's the only thing you can do, is to try your best. You can only do your best. So yeah, please subscribe to this channel. Maybe from your subscription, maybe I might think about getting married. Now I'm not even in a relationship, but yeah, could work. Could figure something out. But please subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Thank you so much for staying and being a part of this wonderful, thriving community that I'm building here. And if you are a subscriber, if you are in Liberia and you're a subscriber, I'm probably gonna buy you chocolate. Thank you so much. Like, I just want to hug you. I want to hug you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. And if you are not in Liberia and you are a subscriber, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You don't know what you're doing for this channel. Thank you. I really do appreciate, and I love you so much. I'm gonna keep saying subscribe. I will come in your dream if you don't subscribe to this channel. I will come visit you in your sleep. So subscribe, I beg you. Subscribe.